hardly you get companies where the valuation is now, which used to be till 2 years back. Like our average valuation at which we were writing checks used to be 13, 14 crore rupees. Okay, not more than $2 million average valuation till 2019 calendar year. Okay, and 2020 it went to somewhere around 40 cr. And now I did maths recently. In fact, when I was studying all our portfolio performance for last year, I checked it is around 48, 50 crore, the average valuation for last 4 5 months, second half of last calendar year. If we take the full year, it is around 40 crore, 40 41 crore. But it used to be 13 14 crore 3 years back. So it has definitely gone high, and it's very difficult to actually where we actually become so sure कि ये डील बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छी टीम है, मार्केट बहुत बड़ा है, and this problem really exists, and this problem need to be solved, and eventually large company will be built. Eventually you will hear from founders that valuation is 8 to 10 million dollars. It's no brainer. So and this has become new norm. Like valuation for obvious deals has gone from 2 3 million dollar to 8 to 10 million dollar pre-money.
Hi everyone, I'm your host Siddharth Aluwalia. Before we dive deep into this week's conversation, I would like to thank our sponsors, Prime Venture Partners. Prime is a high conviction, high support investor backing star teams with differentiated ideas. All partners at Prime work actively with the entrepreneurs post investment to accelerate building a great company. Prime focuses on building differentiating companies whose solutions are 10x better and are powered by technology and product. Prime is now investing from its fourth fund of $100 million and is often the first institutional investor in category creating tech startups such as MFind, MoneyTap, WheelsEye, HackerEarth. To know more about Prime, visit primevp.in. Today, I have with me Bipin Shah, partner at Titan Capital. Titan Capital is considered to be one of the favorite seed stage VCs in India. Titan was founded by Kunal and Rohit, founders of Snapdeal, and the journey has been incredible how Titan Capital has played a transformational role in seed stage investing in India. Welcome, Bipin, to the podcast.
Hi Siddharth. Thanks for inviting me and telling great things about Titan Capital. So very much excited to answer your questions and help our audience learn more about Titan, and also uh, the dynamics of seed investing going on in country, and also how Titan is trying to have a differentiating strategy to help companies. So yeah, happy to say more about that.
Bipin would love to know about your journey. How did you connect with Kunal and Rohit initially to join Titan Capital?
Yeah, very. I think the most interesting question. So it was 2015 when I met Kunal, and that time uh, he had portfolio of somewhere around 20 25 26 companies, and he was looking for someone who can be in touch with those companies, and he can see them through my lens. Okay, and also to uh, like help portfolio companies if they need our help, observing as well as helping them. And so I was the first guy who he hired, and I had the same question with him: why you are hiring me? Why you are not hiring some VC professional, 40-year-old who can help companies better? And why you are hiring me? I am just two. Three. Before this, I was founding team member at Lead Angels, 2013 to 15. I graduated from IIT Bombay in 13. So I was working with Susanto Mitra in angel investing domain. When it is an angel network, you're always looking for investing in new companies and looking for new companies. You hardly get time to like garden and help portfolio companies. And I was looking for, I will say, a garden, an atmosphere, an ecosystem where I can actually garden and help companies, because we are in seed stage domain. For first 2 3 years of venture, more than money, our portfolio companies need a lot of time, and that time where investor need to help them on PMF, what should be how to focus on the right TG, and what should be our North Star metric. Like इसी में एक दो साल निकल जाता है when company starts. So, and when I met Kunal, he was also looking for someone who can help his companies where he and Rohit had done angel investment. And when I joined, he had already invested in Ola, Urban Clap, and Razorpay. Out of six unicorns in our portfolio, three he had already invested. They started investing mid 2011. Um, AgroStar and Ola were first investments, and so this is the starting journey. And then I joined, and after 2 3 years of me working with him and managing companies, investing in more companies, then we realized it's time to build a team. And it's very difficult to hire a team without name. And then in 2017 we coined the name Titan Capital, and it is still not a SEBI registered fund, etc. It is still, I will say, friends office, not even family office. Kunal and Rohit are friends from school, so we call it friends office. So, sort of family office, and I have been running it since then, 2015. We have a very smart, small, lean team, very hardworking people. Only 5 member full time team, and this is how Titan Capital got started, and and my journey with Kunal and Roy, and it's been almost we're about to complete 7 years, and now we are in 248 companies. So I just checked the number to be disclosed here. So and last year also we have done some 90 92 investments, but still the thesis is same, that Titan Capital is more sort of garden, and the approach is pure gardening. We are not here just to invest and move on looking for new companies. That's a very I will say we invest in a new company by default. We have a very strong deal flow. We keep looking for companies which is fitting into our thesis, but we don't take much stress. To be frank, we take stress in helping our portfolio companies. Which company is not doing well? Who is looking for our help? So उस पे हम लोग ज़्यादा टाइम लगाते हैं.
And if you can tell someone metrics about, these companies. You mentioned there are six unicorns, right? In one of your posts, you also mentioned that that you can see 10 plus software products, SaaS enterprise tech from Titan portfolio, which will be 100 mil ARR companies in the next 5 to 10 years. Can you tell us about these companies and how you invested with them?
Yeah. So unicorns are already listed on our website. So you can see Ola, Urban Clap, Razorpay, then recently turned Mama, and Off Business also in last FY. And we are also, as family office, we are also invested in Snapdeal. So we count that also. So it's six. And and in terms of that LinkedIn post, which I have which I used to do every week earlier, last 5 6 months, there was no time. I was so busy in again in portfolio and new investments. I need to restart. One of the posts I had told that around it's in fact more than 10 companies, but this is something because now we have so many companies in portfolio, and we have good number of unicorns, and we have huge number of Soonicorns where the valuation is between 300 to $1 billion. Like two companies I got to know after I uh, like in last 2 weeks that they are raising their funds at unicorn valuation. Yet to be disclosed, it will take 1 or 2 months. So and many of them who are many of them are also in software. So companies which I see will be grossing more than $100 million in next 5 years, 3 years, or 10 years. I think we are very sure about companies like Hello Messenger, Levelbox, uh, Fleetx. I have made a note, and again in SaaS, if we can see, there is Razorpay, Pepper, Teachment. There are many such companies.
Got it. And Currently, last year you said you did 90 plus investments. So how many companies you would have seen last year in Titan as a whole?
So basically, our approach is this that many companies apply at us at Titan through email or reaching out to team through LinkedIn post from LinkedIn messages and also applying on our website. But also our team keep reviewing companies on different portals. So if we combine all of them, then it's definitely around 3,500, 4,000, definitely, because we have
Got
a good pool of interns also, and it's their responsibility to keep going through them. And we have figured out some theses after a good number of investments and almost a decade of seed investing. So even our intern is aware what fits into Titan thesis, and they create a funnel which every VC funds do. Okay, even like Series A or seed stage, everyone has same mechanism, and but definitely it's around 3,500 if you count all of them. But the companies which come uh, which are presented to me by team would be around maybe uh, maybe 500 in a year. Out of 500, we ended up investing in 1995.
got it. And what does the investment process look like? Like once you have viewed it, then you, Kunal and Rohit discuss about the company, have a call together with the founder.
Yeah. So I try my best to disturb Kunal and Rohit minimum, because they are completely focused on Snapdeal, and now there is IPO process also going on. So the process is as such, as I told you uh, uh, just now, that I review maybe 450 or 500 companies in a year. uh, so if we see 50, 55 weekly, it comes down to around 10 companies. So I meet 10 companies a week. So uh, and then if we have done 92, 91 investments, so it's around 8 investments a month. So
Yeah,
two investments a week. So the maths is very simple. If I meet 10 companies a week, we end up investing two. So maybe I would be discussing with Kunal and Rohit maybe three or four companies out
got it.
of 10 I am meeting a week. And out of those four, we end up investing in one to two or three, depending on whether the week is very good or it's dull. Because there have been some months where we have not invested at all, or we invested in just one or two companies. The average
Yeah,
is 7.5 or 8. But there have been months like in second wave in month of April, we just I think invested one or two companies. So, but on an average, this is the maths. But that is very clear. My one very key responsibility is to navigate the flow accordingly and manage the investment process as such, so that I take minimum time of Kunal Rohit, which they also do the final meetings, mostly in evenings or weekend.
got it. And you know, beyond once you have invested, what kind of support is there from Titan side to the portfolio companies?
Yeah, that is very interesting part of our Titan business. We are very clear as a joint consensus between Kunal, Rohit, and myself, that we need to be our team needs to be available for our portfolio companies whenever they need help. We are not someone who goes there and force founder to do this, to do that, or like force them to let's do board meetings. I will and Titan will impose their own thesis on you. So we don't do that. Though in fact Titan has thesis to dot or to in fact not join any board as director also. Okay, we generally join as observer and we remain very silent, and that also I am on board of maybe only 10, 12 companies out of 249 to 50 investments. Maybe out of 250 investments we have done 115 last maybe 3 years. They are still early, and but investment which we did till 2018, they have already grown up, or they have many of them have shut down also. So we don't need to be involved there. But those 150 companies, at least I try to talk to them once a month on phone कि क्या चल रहा है, and whenever they need our help, we have kept ourselves very much, I will say, approachable, not also for portfolio, and also for people who are applying at Titan. Like I am very active on my LinkedIn message, and same with like Kunal and Rohit. Whenever they get any inbound deal application, they immediately forward it to me, and we are very active in uh, across not only portfolio but out of that also, because many of the companies, they try to reach out to you that sometimes they don't want to raise fund, they just want to talk. They want to talk and they want to get connected to some of our portfolio companies, and that's how sometimes we build relationship also, that when they will be raising after 6 months and 1 year, they will come to us. That is very important. So we have a very simple thesis of helping our founders, and don't try to manage them or micromanage them. So I will tell you one story. One company, one founder, uh, he replied back to me, and he told that business is not working out. The idea which they presented to Titan in month of April, I think month of June last year, and then we invested, we wired the money by July sometime, and he is telling that he is in sports business, and sports training, and people, again this third wave has come, and he's very uncertain if people will turn out to sport facilities, how it will work. And now he is I and him, I'm more available to him. So we do weekly meeting. I generally do, suppose if a portfolio company doing well, having good revenues, suppose people will come to me and they will say, Bipin, we are doing some pivot, and we are evolving our product more, and they are already at good run rate, uh, which is north of $2 million ARR. So then I will spend, I will be available with him whenever he's calling me, but I will hardly set up maybe monthly call with him to review his product and team building, etc. But this company, because he is completely changing his idea and seed stage, I'm weekly available for him, and we jointly brainstorm multiple ideas he's trying to do again, because he's not going ahead with that sports idea. So so our thesis is to focus on, to be frank, uh, bottom 50% companies in portfolio. Then in VC you will see fund managers, they will prioritize top 20% of portfolio companies. Okay, out of 10 investments they did last year, they will focus on top 2 3 companies, which is close to PMF, so that they can help them in raising new round. It is easier to scale them up, okay, because they've already done PMF. In our case, we are very lucky also, and I'm still learning that companies who are actually doing well, and we are seed stage investors, so they are easily picked up by VCs for Series A, and they are already there to help them, and we are available if they need us. But companies who are not able to raise Series A, the bottom 50%, like if now my priority, I was also on break last month for my wedding, and when I came back, I started, I'm completely busy on reviewing portfolio companies who are not doing well. Out of the companies we have invested, I will say till mid of 2021, that's the strategy. We don't judge companies where we have invested in last 6 months, we don't judge them. Okay, we are available for helping them, but suppose we have whatever we have invested in last 2 years till mid of 2021, till 6 months back, and if they are not doing well, then it's my responsibility to call them, and just to activate them ki, boss, do you need my help, what is going on, let's sit, let's discuss. And so we spend most of our time there, and we have seen a lot of turnaround and PMF happening because of this proactive help we do for companies. And in seed stage it's very chaotic because you have more number of companies. So that's why uh, it's very important for Titan team uh, to keep building resource, not only for me but for my colleagues which is in team, for them also, and which they also understand very well, and they do comply with that. that to be in touch with companies, because if you are needing our help, we are available. Because sometimes we have seen founders are also not very confident. Is this the right stage that I raise this problem with my investor? Will they judge me कि बॉस किस में पैसा डाल दिया? ठीक है, तो बहुत बार ये होता है कि वो बता नहीं पाते। ठीक है, तो वी नीड टू बी वेरी वेरी कैजुअल एंड वेरी कूल एंड वेरी जेन्युइनली वेरी सपोर्टिव। एक होता है कहने के लिए कि हाँ वी आर वेरी सपोर्टिव, वी यू नो, और वी आर फाउंडर्स फ्रेंडली, ब्ला ब्ला। होता है जेन्युइनली जब आप सपोर्ट कर लो उसमें मुझे लग रहा है एक्चुअल गेम वहां पे ऐसे ऐसे सिचुएशंस आते हैं कि लाइक अदर कंपनी वी आर सीइंग वन को फाउंडर इज लिविंग, okay, and I came back from break and all those 2 3 situations came to me. I told my team, boss, अभी मैं न्यू इन्वेस्टमेंट से दूर हूँ, आप लोग मैनेज करो, यू मैनेज द फुल दिसंबर आई वाज अवे, एंड आई एम फोकसिंग ऑन ऑल दोस प्रॉब्लम्स इन पोर्टफोलियो फर्स्ट। आई नीड टू सॉल्व देम, मेरे को नींद नहीं आएगी। ठीक है, सो वी हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ वेरी डीप स्ट्रैटेजी टू हेल्प पोर्ट, वी आर वेरी मच कमिटेड टू आवर पोर्टफोलियो। मतलब कि मर जाएंगे बट पोर्टफोलियो का सेवा करना नहीं छोड़ेंगे। सो आई थिंक दैट इज द कोर ऑफ टाइटन कैपिटल, एंड वी कॉल दिस गार्डनिंग अप्रोच, कि पानी डालते रहेंगे, खाद डालते रहेंगे और पौधे को ग्रो करेंगे। सो आई थिंक दैट इज समथिंग विच हैज हेल्प्ड अस एंड दैट विल रिमेन द कोर ऑफ टाइटन।
Got it. And out of 250 companies that you have invested in, how many shutdowns you have seen till now?
So generally, we consider shutdown. Every year, we review it. We review it twice. Okay, for companies where we have invested, um, like more than like 3 years back. Okay, and you will have a situation where like founders are only telling you, "Ki boss, it's not working out, and this is our fourth year. We have done multiple pivots, and we are shutting it down." So that is one. And then there are cases where you will figure out that business is not growing, okay, and it's stagnant, but founder is running that. So in that case, we stay there, okay, we always stay there. I have seen a company where it was not growing, but it turned from negative high burn 5 years back, 4 years back, to profitability 2 years back, and since then they are profitable. And but it was not growing at all. Okay, and that company recently got acquired, and we made money
Got
on that. So that's why we stay there. And and third case will be there. We have seen cases where like co-founders have split, and they were not gelling up well, and then company got shut down. So in that case also we exit. So if considering first case and second case, third case, there would be around definitely 22 to 23 companies, uh, yeah, which would have shut down, or we would have just got the principal back. Combining both of them, it will be around 22.
Almost 10% of the portfolio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Generally, we don't exit in companies where we have invested in just last 2 or 3 years. We generally review for companies where we have invested till 3 years back. But there have been
Got it.
cases I am just recalling uh, where we invested within last 3 years, and and that has not worked well, and we are in the process of exiting. But total, if you take, it's around 21, 22.
And how many exits you have seen in 250 companies?
So we have philosophy to not exit at all. To be frank, to stay there um, till IPO or M&A. uh, uh, but still, we have exited few of our mature companies, just because we have to keep writing new checks, because we are not a fund structure where we have external capital. This is purely Kunal and Rohit proprietary capital, and so that is the reason we had to keep exiting from mature companies. We would have taken around, and that also we started when our flux of investment increased 2 years back. I think our flux increased in 2020 early, or since 19 we are writing more number of checks yearly, and I will say that is also uh, uh, in sync with how overall seed stage investment market has grown in India. Since 2019, every fund's writing more number of checks, more number of companies they are investing. So, and we also started exiting 2019, completely to sponsor our new checks. So it would be around 10 companies, 8 to 10 companies. Can you repeat,
Your
Siddharth?
exits would be majorly the unicorns from the portfolio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And in 2021, what was the average check deployed across these 90 companies?
We write somewhere around 100K, not more,
Yeah,
because there
70
would be
lakhs, 75 lakhs.
some companies where we would have done maybe 1.5 cr, but there would be
Okay,
definitely some companies where we have done 30, 40 lakhs also. So if
okay,
we take average, it will come around 75 to 80 lakhs. We don't have too much money. Okay, so why people come to Titan? We are truly seed investors. When actually even जब 1 करोड़ रुपए भी मैटर करता है कंपनी को, and people come to us for right network of Titan, and right guidance, I will say what founders keep saying, because we also keep asking, and we have a survey mode also where we take feedback from our founders. So but yeah, this is the um, we invest last year, all the seed checks we wrote were ranging anywhere between 50K to maximum 300K. We have done 300K also, but
yeah,
average would be around, you can assume average would be around maybe 90 100 lakhs maximum, not more than that.
okay. And what is the maximum valuation that you go up to while investing
Yeah,
across
that
these?
that question no more exist after the year we saw 2021 and 20. So this is constant debate in our team, that and I am the person who is like very much into uh, we have classified our deal flow into two category, TSD and HVD. And sometimes team also get frustrated, ये विपिन क्या coin करते रहते हैं all the terms. So TSD is Titan seed deals, where it's like where the valuation is less than 20 crore, and HVD is anything which is more than 20 crore but cannot be more than 100 crore. The idea was this, that we will not do deals where the valuation is more than 100 crore. We will not see them. And by mid of 2021, our THD deals where the valuation was less than 20 crore, Titan seed deals, and HVD is high valuation deals. Okay, THD went to zero, and it was all HVD every month. Okay, high valuation deals. So, and then I had to remove that barrier, that demarcation line कि हम THD कर रहे हैं, HVD कर रहे हैं. Like hardly you get companies where the valuation is now, which used to be till 2 years back, like we our average valuation at which we were writing checks used to be 13 14 crore rupee. Okay, not more than $2 million average valuation till 2019 calendar year. Okay, and 2020 it went to somewhere around 40 cr, and now I did maths recently. In fact, when I was studying all our portfolio performance for last year, I checked it is around 48 50 crore, the average valuation for last 4 5 months, second half of last calendar year. If we take the full year, it is around 40 crore, 40 41 crore. But
Yeah.
it used to be 13 14 crore 3 years back. So it has definitely gone high, and it's very difficult to actually where we actually become so sure कि ये deal बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छी team है, market बहुत बड़ा है, and this problem really exists, and this problem need to be solved, and eventually large company will be built. Eventually you will hear from founders that valuation is $8 to $10 million. It's no brainer. So And this has become new norm. Like valuation for obvious deals has gone from $2-3 million to $8 to $10 million pre-money, and that is a big challenge for us kind of people where capital is limited. When you have external capital, you can write more larger check. You have unlimited money. You can raise new funds and new funds. That's the challenge for Titan Capital. So we can't extend our check size. Okay, so that's why we don't have very hard limitation on the percentage we are taking, but definitely we have very high bar on the team, high bar on team, not idea. To be frank, if we see if a very strong team working on an idea, somehow we are not liking at all. Okay, so that is again a special case, but we have also seen a company formation in our portfolio where we like the team very much, and we told them, boss, we are not liking this idea, and reach out to us when you agree with this. And they are very very strong team. In fact, they are founders of Lime Chat and IIT Delhi Com Science boys, very adamant कि बिपिन ये आपने क्या बोल दिया, ठीक है. And then they were doing election campaign management for political parties, and then they themselves came back 3 months down the line, and well, we need to rework our idea, and then we worked with them, and we worked with them on new ideas, and then finally they took it, and then they scaled up. So those kind of investment also we do, but any such great team coming to us and with refined ideas and early traction, and then 8 to 10 million is the minimum valuation.
Bipin, if you have to summarize your learnings from seed investing,
काफी learnings है. I think the one very uh, good takeaway is this, that great companies are being created. One is good companies, and then one is great companies. Okay, so and um, also like seed investment, I have been doing this from college days only. I was heading e-cell of IIT Bombay, and then those days startups were not that popular and not that celebrated. uh, you know 2008 to 13 when I was studying there. So when 13 I graduated, everyone was joining large companies as consultant, analyst, financial analyst, or going for foreign MBAs or PhDs. So I jumped into lead angels and learned from Susanto, and he had been great mentor. And I learned all my SHA, drag along, tag along, all the board rights, everything from him, and I'm very thankful to him. But I was always aligned to help seed stage investing. It was not it was like, people will not believe, people who are graduating now, they will not believe what the actual dynamics were in 2012-13. Like I remember, uh, in fact, Ola, one of my friend at time was interning in Ola, and then in 2011 during college, and he was helping founders in making presentation. His job profile in 2011-12 was to create presentation for Ola to raise their seed round, and their office was in Dreams Mall, Bombay, and I used to discuss with him. It took them 4 or 5 months to raise their that Indian Angel Network, Rehan Yar Khan, Kunal, and Anupam Mittal's round. And then in 2015, I joined Kunal, and then very small for it, and I was managing this as a portfolio. Okay, so I used to listen from him that how it was, how difficult it was. And 2013, then also I was very much confident that this is something which I want to do in my life. I was never knowing कि इस स्केल पे बड़ा हो जाएगा इंडिया का इकोसिस्टम, एंड देन आई विल वर्किंग विद कुणाल एंड रोहित एंड देन टाइटन कैपिटल. इतना कुछ नहीं सोचा था मैंने, बट इसमें मुझे आई नीड टू कंट्रीब्यूट, आई नीड टू हेल्प कंपनीज जनरली. ये वाली फीलिंग लोगों को, जब खुद का आप कंपनी बना लेते हो when you are in your 40s, then you actually get into VC. Okay, but somehow मुझे करना था, and I was completely alone in this vision. I was not able to discuss this with my friends. To be frank, I had very different kind of career journey. तो एंड उस जमाने में आप किसी बड़े वीसी का भी पार्ट नहीं बन सकते थे। जब आप तुरंत आईआईटी से ग्रेजुएट हुए हो, आपको बड़े कंसल्टिंग में काम करना था, मैकिन्जी, बीसीजी, फिर आप एमबीए करते थे, फिर आप जाके किसी टियर वन फंड में एनालिस्ट बनते थे। ठीक है, बट समहाउ आई वांटेड टू हेल्प पोर्टफोलियो कंपनीज इमीडिएटली आफ्टर कॉलेज। मतलब कि काफ़ी वियर्ड विजन था, एंड दैट विजन वाज एक्चुअली वेरी वियर्ड टू बी फ्रैंक। मतलब कि आई वाज कंप्लीटली अलोन इन दैट जर्नी। और बट मैंने किया, और उस समय तो 13 to 15 एंड देन 16 ऑल्सो, इट वॉज नॉट, बट आई थिंक एवरीथिंग आई ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड getting grip over this in 2000 after working with Kunal for 2 years in 15 to 17, 18. I will accept I got some grip, and then I started actually uh, like taking better investment decisions and helping portfolio better. So overall, अब जाके मुझे लगता है कि सब कुछ अच्छा डिसीजन था, एंड just that this is right time, and I jumped in this at very right time when it was very premature days, early days. Okay, and I'm also riding the wave. Overall, first takeaway I will say that uh, uh, this is an era where great companies are being built, and seed investors have opportunity to partner with many of them. Okay, if you are doing your own company, then it's just one company. If you are a series A VC, then in a year you can write, each partner cannot write more than 7, 8, 10 checks, because you have limited bandwidth and all those dynamics. But as a seed investor partner, I can write 50 plus checks, and I can allocate my time also to them. Okay, because I don't have to micromanage them, or sit with them to
Yeah.
make annual plan and everything. I need to be available when they need me. Okay, and that also takes a lot of effort, and I actually work 24/7 to help them. So number one learning is that to be part to that there is an opportunity to participate in uh, lot of great companies in progress, in work in progress. And I focus more on, uh, am I enjoying, am I enjoying with that company working, or is this, or the team is enjoying solving that problem. Yeah, so and team is passionate enough or not, then automatically even that person calls me at 9 p.m. in night, or messaging me when I'm on break, on my vacation, then also I'm replying to him. Okay, and that person is very much excited about building and solving a problem. तो फिर VCs को भी, और then there is no boundary of your personal time and professional time, because it's very important. If a founder is stuck somewhere and he is getting a new product idea, or he is talking to some next stage VC, and he has to take that call कि बॉस मैं किससे पैसा लूँ, ठीक है, एंड यू आर हैविंग डिनर समवेयर ऑन संडे इवनिंग, यू विल हैव टू रिप्लाई। तो उसके लिए पैसन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, कि सामने वाले के अंदर भी पैसन होना चाहिए। ठीक है, बट वो जनरली फाउंडर्स में होता है, मैं ऐसे ही फाउंडर्स में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं। ठीक है, दैट इज कोर ऑफ टाइटन इन्वेस्टमेंट फिलोसॉफी। तो एक तो वो है। दूसरा मुझे लगता है कि लर्निंग इज दिस की, अगर हम, विच इज अगेन कनेक्टिंग टू आवर गार्डनिंग फिलोसॉफी, अगर हम हमारे फाउंडर्स को हेल्प करेंगे, तो खुद ही हमारी वर्ड ऑफ माउथ पब्लिसिटी होगी, एंड देन दे विल टेल देयर फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली मेंबर्स हु आर स्टार्टिंग अप, एंड दे विल ऑटोमेटिकली कम टू अस। वी डोंट हैव टू गो एंड to publicity of Titan ki boss come, we are investing, raise funds from us. We never do that. Like to be frank, this is my first podcast of my life. Okay, we are very very busy in helping our portfolio companies, evaluating new applicants. Very busy. And so, just to summarize, first learning is this is great time to participate in great companies in progress, uh, which I have realized over time. And this decade truly belongs to India. For entrepreneurs who are building companies. And and and, and the third thing, which is again all are connected, and second thing was portfolio support, which will eventually result into your good name and helping in great deal flow. And third point is, lot of companies are going global across sectors, which I have seen in last 3 4 years in our portfolio. Not only our software companies, enterprise tech or SaaS, uh, but also our D2C portfolio. Like Bira went global. Like बीरा तो काफ़ी पहले से दे आर सेलिंग अब्रॉड. Okay, like we invested 6 years back, 2016-17 only they entered global markets. And now we can see Mama, Beardo from portfolio. Now Jiva is also thinking. Oziva is also selling in US. Our food product portfolio company Anvesan, they are also now thinking to sell in US markets. So across software, D2C, we have our marketplace, service marketplace, Urban Clap. They are also global. We all know since long time back. I think 3 4 years back they had launched their Dubai chapter. So that is also one learning. It's not a time when Indian companies are only focused on Indian market. Okay, even in like marketplace or D2C, they are also thinking global. And so that is a huge opportunity I see. And also fourth thing I would like to share, that this is the time when one very major learning I see, a lot of pivots also happened when you spend more time with portfolio companies. And then as a VC professional, we end up spending more time with them in seed stage, when still the PMF is about to happen. When you spend more time with them, being as a friend rather than a umpire, we need to be a friend and coach, not an umpire. कि बॉस ये तो नहीं चलेगा, यू आर क्लीन बोल्ड, यू आर आउट, दिस इज नॉट वर्किंग आउट, यू आर रन आउट, यू आर कैच आउट, यू आर क्लीन बोल्ड. वो उनको पता है, फाउंडर्स दे नो दिस. वी नीड टू बी देयर कि बॉस ये तो नहीं चल रहा है, बट हम ये भी कुछ कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, ये भी कर सकते हैं, वो भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, ये करते हैं तो क्या करना चाहिए, हम आपको क्या हेल्प कर सकते हैं. वी नीड टू बी ऑलवेज लाइक बी एम्पैथिक एंड बी वेरी काइंड, बी वेरी सपोर्टिव. Definitely we need to be true elder brother to them, elder brother or elder sister. We need to be, it should be like true sibling, which we see in our
Right.
families. True, like they can reach out to you in any of their situations.
Correct. And if you had to summarize, your top three learnings, each from Kunal and each from Rohit, what would they be?
That is a very tricky question. So I'm very personally and professionally, I'm very thankful to Kunal and Rohit, which I keep saying to all my, not only friend from professional world but my personal world people also. And so I think what I have learned, especially from Kunal, he's very paranoid, and it's very difficult to calm him and stabilize him. He's always thinking that he's missing something, and he figures it out, and then he comes up with a lot of new ideas. Okay. And he keeps throwing on me from Titan point of view, and then it's my responsibility to shape it, carve it, and structure it. But he's the guy who will, he never he doesn't allow me to be complacent, to calm down. Always he will make sure that Bipin is innovating on something. And I will say my personality, which has become now, to keep innovating more, to keep thinking more, to do new good great investments. I think 50% Kunal is responsible. Okay, and it has completely come from his paranoia nature, and that thing now I eventually appreciate. Earlier I was like, oh my god, like let's calm down. But now I see it has really helped me. It has really helped me. And now my family, they tell me you are a restless person, because even on weekend I keep innovating something in house also. ओके, ये क्यों नहीं है, ये कमला ऐसा क्यों नहीं है, वैसा क्यों नहीं है। आई रिमेंबर आई वाज नॉट लाइक दिस 5 years बैक। ठीक है, आई थिंक टाइटन हैज taken over my personal space also positively. I have learned lot of things from Kunal in terms of doing new, be restless, be paranoid, and not and not eventually uh, uh, बी सो कंप्लेसेंट कि बहुत हो गया, बहुत अच्छे इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कर दिए हैं, कंपनीज भी अच्छा कर रही हैं, पैसे भी बन गए हैं। तो ही इज दैट काइंड ऑफ पर्सन एंड आई हैव लर्न दैट थिंग फ्रॉम हिम। एंड फ्रॉम रोहित, वन थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू से, like this, both the things I am telling you is in both of them. Okay, but what thing they have done mastery, they have mastered that. Okay, so one highlight for each of them which I have learned. So Rohit doesn't care, like he wants to see data. Whatever you propose to him, he wants to see data. So and it is very different, very difficult, I will say. In those qualities, I think they are a bit different. One is if North Pole, and one is South Pole. Both poles are good, okay, but I found running Titan somewhere stuck in between North Pole, South Pole, North Pole, South Pole, and now I am somewhere at equator. Okay, so Rohit is too much into data. If I propose an investment कि बॉस ये चलेगा, इसमें ये मार्केट इतना बड़ा है, टीम अच्छी है, तो बट रोहित वांट्स टू सी लास्ट जो भी 6 महीने 12 महीने में बिजनेस ने जो भी बिजनेस किया है उसका एक एमआईएस तो होना चाहिए, P&L होना चाहिए, क्योंकि does how founders are spending money and how revenues they are making, what are margin structure. So Rohit is very much detached to, he take all his decisions on basis of data, and that really helps. And globally that's the trend. If you see all the smart decisions, if you see, if it is based on good data history, uh, but obviously you need to make your own judgments using your gut feeling, your experience, on when you review data. But data is always important. So that I also inculcated that habit, uh, not at the level of Rohit, but somewhere, to always see data before making decision. So that one thing I have learned from him, and I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you so much, Bipin. It's been an amazing conversation with you. Thanks for sharing your learning, your experiences, and your journey of building Titan Capital.
Yeah, yeah. Great, Siddharth. Great interacting with you, and I hope I was able to answer your questions and satisfy our audience with all their curiosity about Titan Capital operations and structure, and how we help our portfolio companies.
Absolutely.